Shalom. All praises to the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders of GMS, and also to the Akim pushing this truth throughout the four corners of the world, and to the speckled birds of the Israelite foreigners that are spread throughout the four corners of the world, but are actually of the seed line of Jacob. I say to you, Shalom. And also happy Shabbat to the Akim out there. Real quick, sure everybody knows, especially maybe if it's even pertaining to you. Hopefully it isn't, but if it is, maybe you should know this, that if you don't already know, I don't know how you don't know. If you didn't hear about it in secular media, you should sure hear about it in on public media, on social media. But November 1st, which is just days away, the day after trick-or-treat day, you know, certain people's treats that they will have been receiving, they will not be receiving anymore. I think food stamp benefits, EBT cards and all of that. I think that will become obsolete. Now, I don't know how extensive that is, if they're going to put restrictions on it, or they're going to just do away with it completely, because a lot of people depend on that. And the irony is, when I was coming up back in the 80s, when I was a young teenager back in basically in the 90s, early 90s, late 80s and early 90s, there was a phrase called the welfare queen. And usually, stereotypically, they would talk about a black woman who's sitting at home, eating bonbons, taking advantage of the system, getting all these benefits while everybody's working and paying their taxes to support her. Well, the irony of this is, it will affect a lot of black people or other people of color, but most of the people that are on this will be affected will be so-called white people, or Edomites. It will not be the Israelites or the Judites, which is the black Americans, or the, Northern Kingdom Israelites, which are the Latinos and Native Americans, But it will be affecting them. And this is going to lead to much chaos, and this is going to lead to, 2nd Ezra 15 and 16, the insurrections, and, they will not regard their kings and princes, and all of that. And, and a lot of violence is going to take place, and people are going to be looking for a solution, and that's when they're going to step in after they see no way out and all the violence and hunger and all this crime, and then they're going to probably step in. They're going to step in and say, we have a solution. And that's when they're going to come in with Revelations 13 and 6. Both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. Take the charagma. Take this mark. And you can't buy or sell without it. You know? And that will be the so-called Superman with the cape, so to speak. You know? But it leads to your soul's doom, because if you take that, there's no turning back. And you will be utterly destroyed. You'll have no covering. Your prayers will not, penetrate, past the clouds. So that means you'll be cut off from Yahweh. So it's a lot to think about. I know people, in the physical world, and then there's a spiritual world. You're going to have to make a decision which you want more, the physical or the spiritual world. Well, with that, that's all I have right now. Until next time, Shalom.